The Rockaway Theater Company is a place that I've always felt home, and I feel like all the people there are very understanding and always very helpful, and just no matter what, I've always felt welcome.
Hi, I'm Peggy Page, and I'm one of the directors of Follies. Our first way to cast was talent. Did we find the right people?
To be honest, I wanted to be part of the ensemble, but they decided to give me the role of Roscoe. Like, I didn't ask for Roscoe. Roscoe was given to me.
I auditioned for Follies because Susan Jasper emailed me and told me that I should because of my dancing.
Now I thought, I'm a little too young to play Sally in the present day, so I figured why not go for young Sally?
Well, at my audition, I really came by not really thinking that I would get anything, or really without any interest in getting anything.
I auditioned for the show because I haven't done a musical in about 2 years, and I was really excited because I heard in this show there's this really big tap number.
So originally I auditioned for this show, and I was supposed to play Dimitri Weissman for one show, and somehow I ended up being the main character. Right, girl, yeah, right, girl.
I actually auditioned for another part, Heidi, because I love that song so much, and then I ended up just on a whim auditioning for Hattie and doing Broadway Baby, and I got the role. I'm a Broadway baby, slaving at a 5 and 10, dreaming of that big day when I'll be in a show.
I told my singing teacher that I was auditioning for Follies, so we prepared Broadway Baby, and I think it went really well. I'm just a Broadway baby. I figured I'd probably get it because they emailed me, so.
But we really tried to get as old as possible and as young as possible. Sometimes we went a little too young, sometimes we went a little too old.
The character that I'm playing is Buddy. He's in his mid-50s. I'm currently 27 years old and use 0 stage makeup and have been 100% convincing, which is really concerning to me.
Roscoe is supposed to be roughly 90 years old, and I am not 90.
I am currently 27 years old, and I'm playing an 80-something-year-old.
In the playbill it says that I'm a featured dancer, and I am in some numbers, but I'm not in just one number.
The main thing I really like about Follies is that there's a story.
It's a great show. It's very complex.
I think it's a fun show, honestly.
This show is a difficult show to understand.
I don't understand the show. I don't really like the show. Do I think we can pull it off? We could try.
I was effectively retired from doing community theater. The lack of motivation for finding the character sort of stifles my own pursuit of art.
Well, I told my singing coach that I had auditioned after we prepared for like a month and a half. And you weren't that great, but the fact that you even tried made them give you a lesser role. And he seemed really proud of me, so I guess that was a compliment.
It was really funny. I was at my mom's house and I found this statue of me when I was 5, putting on my first pair of tap shoes. What's really cool about this is I have a gold costume in the show. My showgirl costume is actually gold. And you know, when I was 5, I had the same costume. It's not even me. It's my sister.
Miguel, who plays the young version of me, who plays young Buddy, is 5 years older than me and Hispanic. So, needless to say, we're not getting confused in the lineup anytime soon.
So somebody's been leaving cough drops all over the dressing room and the stage and the front of the house. And I will make it my life's mission to find out who it is. But I'm not going to overreact.
Given the age difference between myself and Heidi, I realized that I was going to have to do a lot of work to really embody the older character. Thankfully, this cast has a lot of older women in it, and so I was able to turn to my castmates for inspiration on how to act and how to carry myself. Over the course of rehearsals, I've been following some of my cast members around and really studying the way that they walk, the way that they act, their hand gestures, but I think that I've really mastered it by this point in the process.
having someone play a younger me is it's kind of mind-blowing. I would never have thought about it, you know.
Like, why wouldn't they cast me as young Hattie? I mean, just because of my tapping, probably. I'm a really good tapper. That's probably why they put me as young Stella, because I have a tap solo. But
when I get here, I get into costume to embody what the character means to me. I go outside, I find a place by myself, and I just work out my voice. If you don't work out your voice, it gets stale. It helps get you into character. You feel less nervous about emoting.
Maybe it's Maybelline, maybe it's Maybelline. Grapefruit, 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 grapefruit. Car rentals. Used car service.
It's just a way to keep your instrument working efficiently. Well, I'm not really playing waiter number 2. I'm playing the maitre d' and then waiter number 2. They're two very different personalities in one body.
Miguel has been very strange lately. He's been following me around, and I don't quite know exactly what it is he's up to. I don't know what he's doing, but it's been really odd. I mean, I've known Miguel a long time, and this is all of a sudden now he's just following me, just doing what I do, which is strange.
I tried to avoid using makeup by not drinking water for 2 weeks and sunbathing. Personally, I would have liked it if there was a reprise to my song, so I could sing Beautiful Girls twice, you know?
One of the easiest ways to make myself look older was by adding lots and lots of stage makeup. So I get here every night about an hour before everyone else so that I can commandeer the mirror for a good 45 minutes. And I have to say, I've received more compliments on my appearance as an 80-something-year-old than I ever have as a 20-something-year-old. And I think it might be time to adopt this persona in everyday life.
I think they chose Renee because she has more singing experience. I mean, I wish that we could have split the role. I thought that would have been fair. But, you know, God works in mysterious ways, and what are you gonna do?
Bianca, she's great. I think she's doing a fantastic job, and I think she would do fantastic at any part she plays.
Part of the fun of doing shows here at Rockaway is that we get to do the magic of theater. And, you know, sometimes the magic of theater involves, you know, some pretty high-tech technology. So there's a point in the show where I have to fly, and I'm going to be very excited to see the type of rig and fly system that a theater like this can afford to produce. You know, there's a lot of money that goes into these types of shows, as you could see by me having to fly. And how that's going to happen, I'm not sure. I'm sure it'll be some sort of really extensive, you know, harness system.
Roscoe's been there since day one, so he's done this song like 100 times. He needs to know this song like the back of his hand. So you'll see me like sing up there and do something like this, and I always try to evolve my technique as an actor. And so I also put the lyrics on my hand.
Another problem with doing a show here in Brooklyn is that there are certain affectations that come along with some words. We have a song in this show called Mirror, Mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. No, it's not exactly right. No.
The number that I'm not dancing in is Mirror Mirror. I'm a ghost in the show, but I am the only ghost not in the tap dance. So literally all the girls who are ghosts are in the number, but I'm not sure why. Yeah.
Throughout the process of making this little video, I have been shooting a lot of things backstage, and one of the cast members, Louisa, really, really wants to be in this. The problem is, I just don't know what to do with her. Louisa's incredibly talented. I'm trying to fit her in. I can't think of a way.
Something that you may not know about me is that I do not drink at all. I just decided that I was not going to open any of the bottles, even when I was pouring them.
I'm so happy to be in the show with my mom. She is bringing me so much joy, and I can tell that she's just so over the moon about being on stage and being in a show with me, so it really makes me so happy, and I'm having so much fun with her.
I finally thought of a way to get Louisa into the video, and she's not paying attention. Taking a little bit of her song, I'm Still Here, but then I decided no.
How'd you get out of that tap costume so fast?
So I just, try to keep my head up. I will write in my gratitude journal. I play with my Muppet.
Susan Phyllis lost her voice, and right now they have Renee singing Lucy and Jesse, and I just don't understand why they didn't choose me.
Personally, if I could just sing my number, if there was a reprise of the number, I feel the show would be 10 times better.
I believe that I could be cut from the show and not a single audience member would notice.
I am very proud of the way that the show turned out.
I think the show went really well. I think we all had a really terrific experience. It was really great.
I walk around with this necklace that says star every time I feel bad about myself. I look at this and I say, I am a star, and one day I will get that major singing role.
I have seriously contemplated going out in public wearing my makeup just to make me feel better about myself.
I'll be honest, did I think that this show was gonna be as good as it was when we first started? I had my doubts, but I'm really pleased with the way that it came out.
Though I complain, I am generally happy with how the show turned out. But if you ask me would I do it again, the show turned out great.
Yeah, personally, I felt there was a lot of effort that went into the show. But overall, I think it went pretty good.
I think it turned out to be such a special show, and I'm very proud of it.
So back to the question, did we cast the right people? I think we did.